Alright, welcome back to another episode here in our WWE 2K19 Universe Mode. I'm, of course, Namaka on the Bad Wrestling Channel, and making his way to the ring, it is NXT's General Manager, Chris Jericho. Now, there have been some rumbles going around the backstage area that potentially some very exciting news here tonight will be announced by our NXT General Manager. So what does Chris Jericho have to say? Welcome everyone back to another episode of NXT. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I have some exciting announcements to get to regarding the future of our show. As you may have noticed, I have been very slowly introducing the big championships that our athletes are fighting for. We see the NXT title now being held by Andrade Cien Almas introduced. We've now seen the NXT Women's title now held by Nikki Bella be introduced. So how about we bring in the NXT Tag Team Championships? At our next NXT pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver War Games, we will see the first ever NXT War Games match, as well as our first ever NXT Tag Team Champions crowned. However, another war has been brewing in NXT, a war between Velveteen Dream and Bobby Lashley. They've already fought each other twice, one fall apiece. So, I've decided to create another match between the two. At NXT TakeOver War Games, we will watch as they fight one last time in a 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules clash. Well, Chris Jericho making two huge announcements. NXT TakeOver War Games. First off, a War Games match. Interesting, between two teams, or well, technically an NXT War Games match. How many teams are in a War Games match? 3? Is that that's the team? I think. I don't know. Anyways, cool. NXT titles. We're gonna have NXT titles. However, and of course, Bobby Lashley versus Velveteen Dream 2 out of 3 falls Extreme Rules matchup. Interesting as well. However, Pete Dunne, I think he's a little bit more concerned about the NXT Championship, who, of course, he fought against Andrade Cien Almas at NXT TakeOver and lost. So let's see what he has to say to Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho, you know that I wouldn't interrupt you if I didn't have a reason, so I'll keep it simple. I want a rematch for the NXT title. Pete Dunne, I like you. You're a wildly gifted competitor, and I believe you deserve another chance at the title. So on the next episode of NXT, you will compete in a #1 contenders match for the NXT title with a new and exciting acquisition. Well, everybody, big announcements from our NXT General Manager, Chris Jericho, as he has announced, first off, NXT War Games pay-per-view, NXT TakeOver War Games, to feature a Tag Team War Games hellacious battle for the NXT Tag Team Championships, new NXT Tag Team Championships that have just been announced. As we are going to kick off, or as we're going to conclude our show, I should say, with a big contenders matchup for that NXT Tag Team title matchup, because, ladies and gentlemen, we have to figure out who the hell is going to be in that matchup. So Chris Jericho has decided over the next few weeks we're going to be seeing which members of the world's great elite tag teams will enter this NXT Tag Team Championship matchup. As first off, we are seeing the War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. If you guys have never seen these two before, you are in for a treat. As Hanson and Rowe here tonight, they're all about war, they're all about chaos, the modern day Vikings, as Mauro Ranallo would call them. Okay? As they are to be facing off here in NXT against the team. It seems like, yeah, it is here tonight. The Street Profits. Again, if you haven't seen these two, you are again in for a treat. Two very varied clash of teams, of characters. Okay, these two, they're very much loud. I don't want to say loud mouth, but they like to talk a big game about themselves, and you know what? That's not necessarily bad. Okay, they like to talk about they like to talk a big game. They're very cocky individuals, very silly and cocky individuals, I will say. As the Street Profits here tonight facing off against the serious modern day Vikings of the War Raiders. Both these teams huge fan favorites, as you can tell by the crowd reaction, and the crowd is excited, and so am I, as NXT TakeOver War Games is going to be featuring a tag team War Games bout to determine the first ever tag team champions. So let's get into it as Row immediately. Oh my god, Superman punch. Roman Reigns. Haha, hilarious. I'm amazing. Okay, and a big DDT there by to Angelo Dawkins by Row here tonight. As Hanson trying to go after Angelo Dawkins. However, Rowe can definitely take care of himself as an elbow connects there. A running elbow. NXT Tag Team Championship #1 contendership on the line as a DDT again. I do believe reversing a big spear as Rowe with the elbow. And now, however, Angelo Dawkins taking advantage. Rowe running out of the way into an elbow. And now tags in the big man Hanson. Now typically, Hanson, as the bigger man, would typically lead with the more strong style maneuvers. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you that is not the case. It's a big bulldog connects to Angelo Dawkins by the big man. Okay, he is definitely, he's got some power to him, but he's definitely much more comfortable flying around the ring as Montez Ford makes the big hot tag. And now Hanson standing up top as a big maneuver connects. And as Angelo Dawkins has left the ring, Montez Ford with a big bulldog of his own to Hanson. As Hanson now gets up into tripping down Montez Ford. Chop to the chest, but a chop to the chest in return. Punch to the head, but a punch to the head in return. Montez Ford throwing himself, oh my god, like a 360 stinger splash it looked like, to Hanson the big man as Montez Ford, what is he doing? Jumping DDT connects, slams him down as Angelo Dawkins, there you see the crowd fired up here for this matchup. Both teams want to be crowned the NXT Tag Team titles as Montez Ford, I don't know, running around the ring, not too sure what that was all about. That's now right to the shoulder of Hanson. Hanson not looking too good. Montez Ford realizes this is the opportunity of a lifetime for this team. Slams him down. And Angelo Dawkins with a big splash in the cover. 1, but Row 2 going after Montez Ford. Okay, having more trust in Hanson, it seemed like. Is now... okay, I'm not too sure what just happened there. I think something happened. I think Montez Ford was about to get a kick, or it was, I believe Angelo Dawkins was about to get a kick by Rowe. However, Rowe here tonight gets thrown to the outside. It looks like Montez Ford right to the leg there. One half of the Street Profits is now punched to the face of Hanson. Hanson not looking too good here. The big man not looking too good as Hanson here in a headlock. However, the modern day Viking right to the stomach and again with the elbows. And Hanson, wants to go for a huge kick. Reverse with a punch to the face. And Hanson just gets a punch in the face and doesn't give a shit. Gets a big spear, however, for his troubles. As Angelo Dawkins picking him up. Goes for a maneuver reverse. Hanson now picks him up, however, reversed again. As now Hanson slamming down. Angelo Dawkins has a huge clothesline connects. And now makes the big tag to Rowe. Exactly what Hanson needs. Hanson has been, decimated here tonight by Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. One of these two teams going on to fight in the War Games match. And you think War would definitely be a part of the big highlight, or you think War would definitely be in the character and nature of the War Raiders. However, it definitely shows that Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins can go to war if they want to. Kicks him in the back of the leg. However, picks him up, slams him down. There goes Rowe as Hanson now connects, falling onto the knees of Rowe there. That did not look very good at all. However, Angelo Dawkins with a clothesline. Angelo Dawkins big clothesline. Both these two teams very, very different. very different in terms of each other and in terms of the rest of NXT and WWE Universe. Let's throws him across the ring. Rowe, typically, like I was saying before, Hanson, the big guy, usually the high flyer. Rowe, the smaller guy, much more of the strength portion of this tag team as Rowe throws him across the ring and then knee to the face. And Rowe now taking advantage of the spear reversal. Drops him down. Knee to the face and it connects. Angelo Dawkins not looking good. Rowe throws him over. Seems to be making the tag to Hanson, and they do. Okay, tagging each other by the wrist. And Hanson, oh my god, crushing him there. Crushing him there in the cover, and Montez Ford runs into the ring and breaks up the count. Tag team match still going on as an elbow to the face, and Rowe taking advantage with the strikes. With the strikes, and Hanson going after Angelo. However, Angelo reverses him here. And Rowe, look at this big dropping him on his knee. And Rowe, you know, realizes Hanson's not really 100% in the game. However, back suplex, big back suplex, slamming him down. The counter won by the referee. Rowe needs to get outside the ring. Montez Ford down outside the ring. And it looks like, I do believe Rowe going after him to make sure Hanson here tonight can hit this maneuver without any difficulty as the pile driver, brutal pile driver, the cover 1, 2, 3, and the War Raiders here tonight leave it as the first contenders in the War Games match. Hanson and Rowe, your huge winners here in NXT. As there you see them winning here today. Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford walking out after a big loss, definitely proving their worth here in NXT here tonight. But those two men going on for the War Games matchup as we conclude this episode of our NXT show here in our universe. If you guys like it, please let me know by hitting the like button down below. Comment anything you want to comment, subscribe if you haven't already. But if you have, why not hit the bell to be notified of everything we do here on the Bad Wrestling channel. I am, of course, Dominic, and have a good day from Bad Wrestling. Bye-bye. Yo.